Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is your tarot card for the week of April 26, 2026. It is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through today, just take what fits and leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else watching. And be sure to check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. If you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. Also, Virgo, I want you to keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead. The tarot card of the week reading is intended to be a message to you from source, something that they want you to consider so you can make a decision that is best for you and your life at this time. With all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Virgo collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the tarot card of the week for the Virgo collective? This is for the week of April 26, 2026. What is the tarot card of the week for my Mercurial cousins? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Tarot card of the week for you, my love. The Queen of Swords. What situation in your life do you need to be logical about? Bottom of the deck. Nine of Pentacles. What situation in your life is calling you to have independence and self-realization? Okay. Tell me more about the Queen of Swords. Why is this the tarot card of the week here for the Virgo collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What situation in your life do you need to be logical about? So you're not thinking clearly about something, or you're not seeing things clearly at this time. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the High Priestess, we have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Pentacles. These readings tend to be very specific, so if it's not your message, please don't be offended. Just check another placement. But you have 5 cards on the table, and 3 of them are all in Pentacle energy. So I think for a lot of you, this has to do with your financial resources. There's something here you're not being logical about. Please don't get mad at me. I feel like I have a group of Virgos where you are spending more than what you make. I remember years ago having a discussion with a friend who was experiencing something like this with a partner of hers, and she blurted out, he has champagne taste on a beer budget. And that's kind of what's happening here. So I feel like this message is for a very specific group of you where you are overspending. And really what you should be doing is like creating a better budget for yourself, or creating some type of savings plan, or maybe even looking for a secondary source of income. I feel like you present yourself to the world, or you spend money like you're a King of Pentacles, but at the end of the day, you really are a Four of Pentacles. And there's no shame in the Four of Pentacles. I mean, it's steady, it's solid, it's someone who has income or some type of financial wealth to their name, but they're also kind of penny pinching, and they're holding back, or at least they should be. And this is sort of like, this is what you should be doing, is like watching your money flow instead of spending money you don't have. I could be speaking to a Virgo where you are in a lot of debt, a lot of credit card debt, or maybe you have a mortgage, and there's no shame in having a mortgage, but maybe if you were able to cut out some expenses, or that impulsive buying that you may have, you may be able to like pay off the mortgage quicker, or pay off the loan or debt quicker. High Priestess. If this message is resonating with you, you already know this. So you can't really be offended at me for it, because I feel like you already know, like, yep, I over splurge or overindulge in that. Tell me about the High Priestess energy. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The High Priestess is clarified by the Knight of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the Two of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Tower. Okay, so I'm going to change this message just a little bit. If you do have a spending issue, a money flow issue, maybe an addiction to buying things that make you feel good in the moment. Again, some type of impulsive spending. I think because at the root of the matter, there is a connection in your life, whether you're currently dealing with this person or something from the past where the trauma is still within you, that you overspend either when you interact with this person, or I should say maybe you're reckless with your money, like when you're interacting with this person, or when you're ruminating and thinking about the heartbreak that this person has caused. Because at some point in time, I feel like you extended goodwill to this person, offer opportunity, your love, your heart, your devotion, your loyalty, and this person betrayed you in some way, or broke your heart, or left you, something like that. It's like the love you gave, or the offer opportunity you gave, the goodwill you extended to another person was either rejected or betrayed. And I don't know who this Two of Cups person is to you, but it's someone that you valued enough that you extended your heart or your goodwill nature to them. And the heartbreak or rejection you face seems to be the underlining energy about why you are overindulging or overspending. And I think Source is saying this week, we need to look logically at that. Maybe you're not making the correlation that you are impulsively buying things that you can't afford, or going into debt because of heartache from the past or trauma, even if you're currently experiencing it, you're not facing it, you're not healing it. It's actually like an unhealthy way, almost like a coping mechanism for the pain. King of Pentacles. Tell me about the King of Pentacles here. One more shuffle. Thank you. And if it's not overspending money, it's overindulging with something else, like drinking too much or doing drugs. And look, I'm not judge and jury here. I'm not trying to tell you that you shouldn't do those things, but I just see a Virgo here who overindulges. Either they spend money they don't have, and they should be like making better use of their money, or they're spending money on stuff that is only intended in that moment to self-soothe a heartache or heartbreak that they're dealing with. Clarified by the Page of Cups, the Five of Wands, and the Four of Wands. That's what's happening here. Four of Swords. So again, not to reiterate the message, I don't want to keep repeating it and wasting your time. I have a group of you where it makes you feel better to drink. It makes you feel better to do drugs. It makes you feel better to impulsively buy things that you don't really need, but they feel good in the moment. I don't know why. Was it you or Libra? I think it was you, Virgo, where this message came up for you maybe 2 or 3 months ago in a different reading, in a different kind of spread. And I said some of you were finding, and it could even be like overindulging with like eating too much in the moment. You know, when people say like, I need comfort food. Comfort food is great, but at some point in time, we got to stop the comfort food and just start comforting ourselves and healing the wound. But I think this message came out for the Virgo Collective about 2 or 3 months ago. So there needs to be a better use of your resources, of your time, of your love, of your money. And if we're looking in terms of body, you need to start taking better care of your body, because some of you are ingesting things. Again, I'm not being judge and jury, but you're ingesting things that are actually decreasing the state of your health. Like you could be King of Pentacles in terms of your health, but really you're at the Four of Pentacles. So maybe you deal with a lot of stress or blood pressure issues or high cholesterol or something like that. Or there's like an imbalance or an off balance with different proteins. And I'm not a doctor. I'm not giving you any dietary advice. But for some of you, when I look at the pentacle suit in this type of reading, sometimes it is about our body, the 3D, right? So for some of you, you actually are experiencing a decrease in your health or in your vitality or in your energy even because of something that you are regularly consuming. Again, and it's on obsession because of this. This has not been addressed. Four of Pentacles. So there's a need here for you to either start taking better care of your body, of your health, or taking better care of your money, how you spend money. One more shuffle here. Thank you. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the Three of Wands, bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Yeah, it's time for you to start working on this wound. Again, maybe eating better, taking better care of yourself, a reduction or elimination of substances that you're eating or drinking that are actually detrimental to your health, like long-term detrimental to your health. And for others of you, there needs to be a change here on how you not create money, but how you spend money, because you are trying to numb a pain here. All of you are trying to numb a pain. So I want to get you some advice on how to actually address that wound, that disappointment, the heartache, the pain, as opposed to hurting yourself physically or financially. And I feel like with that Nine of Pentacles, it says, what situation in your life is calling you to have independence and self-realization? I think it's independence from something you are consuming or, like I said, overindulging or overspending, but also the self-realization to be able to say, I'm behaving this way or engaging in this behavior because of this wound. And I need to become Nine of Pentacles, single, free, and independent of this wound. And the only way you can do that is by healing it. That Three of Swords is clarified by the Moon. The Queen of Swords shows itself again. And the Knight of Pentacles, that is Virgo energy, which is all about creating some type of system, strategy, plan, but it also is a card of healing. Virgo is a very healing energy, and that is you, my love. So there's something here that you laments, you have a lot of remorse or regret over, and maybe it's something that you did to someone else where it's like shame and regret, and I can't believe I did that. And for others of you, you're still processing the pain of what someone did to you, whether it was 6 months ago, 6 years ago, or 60 years ago. But you need to take a realistic view and look at it logically and say, I'm engaging in this behavior or consuming this stuff or spending more than what I have because it is my attempt to fix a broken heart or numb a broken heart. And so your advice here is to be honest with yourself about all of these emotions that you feel and to create a more healthy way or more healthy strategy or plan on how you can handle that, how you can address it. Because you can't just keep suppressing it. High Priestess to the Moon, you continue to suppress it. This is just going to begin, this will begin to just amplify and get worse and worse and worse. So you'll see more of a deterioration in your health or something like that. And for others of you, it would be a rapid like deterioration in your finances because you have more going out than you have coming in. And the answer isn't to make more money so you can keep doing this. It's to focus more of your time or attention into recognizing that wound, seeing it for what it is, being logical about it, and then looking for a healthy way for you to address it and heal it. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here for Virgo. 3 cards of advice. We'll take it. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have the 6 of Cups. Yeah, this is either happened a long time ago, like in your past 6 of Cups, or it was with someone that you really cared about. Again, whether you did this to them or they did this to you, or there was something mutual there. So there's some type of memory or maybe a loss of innocence for some of you, but you are engaging in behavior because of, I'll just call it that, that past experience. 4 of Cups and the 6 of Pentacles. Bottom on the deck, you have Queen of Swords. You have 3 Queen of Swords on the table. This week, Source is screaming at you politely and lovingly to please, please look at that wound. Please be honest with yourself that it exists. Look, if it's not your message, it's okay. Check another placement. But Source is saying you really need to go within this week, 4 of Cups to the 6 of Cups, and really contemplate and realize that wound still exists. Whether it's, like I said, regret that you carry or pain that you carry that someone else imposed on you. And it's time to give just a little bit, I'm not telling you have to dedicate 7 days a week to addressing that wound, but you do need to give some pentacle resource, some time at least, into addressing that wound. Now, what could that look like in addressing that wound? Queen of Swords could be speaking to someone about it, speaking to a therapist, a mental health professional. If this is in regards to addiction, can you address the addiction? Absolutely, but you still need to speak to someone about this. So it could be like a therapist, a counselor. Queen of Swords is holding a sword, right? That is the communication suit of tarot. So maybe it's even online. It doesn't have to be in person. It could be like online therapy, group discussions. Very well could be journaling to yourself. But there are a variety of ways for you to begin to address that wound, whether it's something you're going to do on your own or something you're doing with the help of someone else. But this is a good week for you to acknowledge it, be honest with yourself about it, that this is why you're behaving this way or engaging in this pattern or cycle. And Source is just saying we can't ignore this anymore. And we have to change. We have to change the behavior. And the only way to change the behavior is to look at what's causing the behavior. And to give you a quick example, my younger brother is an addict, and my parents for the longest time just did not understand. You know, they have 5 kids. My dad has 5 kids, and he was like, I don't understand. Well, my brother incurred a lot of trauma in his childhood that we did not know about. And he has been spending the better part of 30 years of his life trying to numb it out, something from childhood. He's not a Virgo, so the reading's not about him, but I'm just giving you an example. And since September, he has been on the road to recovery. I'm really proud of the progress he's made. He's a different person now than he was in September when this whole new chapter of his life started. Is he quite there yet? Nope. But he's making a huge amount of progress. He's been clean since September 6th when this whole new chapter of his life has started. So again, I just think it's whatever it is for you, it is not beyond your scope or beyond your capability to address it and to heal it. And the time to begin doing that is this week. That is what I have for you, Virgo, for the week ahead. If you like that message, it resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, good luck with this. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace.